What is up, everyone? So today's Sunday and I said I wasn't gonna do anything today, but Spoon finished painting the interior of the E36. It's all dry now, all good to go, and the last thing to do is to unwrap the cage and see it all as one, looking amazing. And he said he wanted to unwrap it without me there. So I'm headed up to his house, so we're gonna unwrap the cage and see the E36 all brand new in the interior, looking amazing, and I'm so excited. So I'm about to miss my turn. Come on, buddy, give me some room. Give me some room. Couldn't miss this moment. Great way to start the vlog. Let's go check it out. Oh, this is a big moment. This is a big moment. Okay. So I haven't seen the inside at all in person yet.
Welcome to MTV Cribs.
Okay. Oh my god, dude. The fucking thing is so sick. Oh my. I don't know if it's the fumes or if it's me, but I don't know what to say. Holy shit. Dude, look at the liner. Look at the liner. They haven't seen it yet. Texture, like tinted texture paint or bed liner, whatever you want to consider. I don't even know what to say right now. I'm like speechless. Holy shit, that looks insane. Dude, looks like a brand new car. It's like literally encapsulated perfectly. Textured paint hides all like the imperfections in the floor too. It like really levels it out.
Oh yeah, I'm happy with it.
I feel like I should have all these words, but I don't even know what the fuck is it. It looks so cool. As you guys can tell, we have the whole bottom half textured, right? Just for durability reasons, because this stuff is a lot stronger than just average paint, and we're gonna be crawling it out of this thing a lot. Tools will be thrown in it, stuff will be thrown in it, and we want it to last. That's the stuff, huh?
This is the stuff.
So what, you just mix the base coat in with it?
So you add the hardener, and then you add 100 milliliters of the color. Shake it up good, get the gun for it. It's actually really easy. Anybody can do it.
Was the prep minimal?
I just scuffed it.
Classic.
Because it was still fresh paint, it was under 24 hours. I could have sprayed right over it, but I went over with a scuff pad, cleaned it just like anything else, masked off the edges.
Dude, oh my god. Okay, the gloss to the, that's sick. It takes the color really well.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was nervous, like it wouldn't take enough color. Perfectly fine.
Perfectly fine. Now the thing that's gonna bring it all together is unwrapping the cage. I see you did the back already. I know you
did a little bit of it. I couldn't help myself.
Oh my god, look how good it is against the red. Like, we knew it was gonna be good, but oh my god. It looks so classy, dude.
Something else. I can't wait to see the rest of the cage.
You did it over here too, you did it over here. Damn. So we can unwrap it right now?
Yeah.
Alright.
Want to time lapse it? It's gonna take a little bit.
Yeah, we should time lapse it. Alright, so I know it looks a little dark in there, but I hope you can see how absolutely amazing this looks. I can't even get over like how it's gonna look once the entire car is painted. It's like weird, my brain can't even process it. Actually, I don't think I was able to handle this much emotion this early on a Sunday. I can't even speak, but it is absolutely beautiful. It is just beautiful. So, and now it's start putting everything in, and with each piece, it just looks cooler and cooler. And
whoa. Still gotta paint the outside.
Okay, yeah, we still gotta paint the outside, but you know what I'm trying to say. What's your predicted timeline on the outside?
Say Sunday?
Yeah.
I would like to have it painted by next weekend.
Okay, that'd be fire. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Well, the good thing is the actual car is not much.
Once again, Spoon absolutely spooned it. It looks unreal, but for now, I'm gonna get the Spoon's hair, and well, we'll catch you guys tomorrow. And we're at the shop. So we have a lot to do today. and not a lot of time. Now we got a late start. It's been a lot of work trying to prep for leaving for Drift Week, and we're a little behind. But what's great is we have a bunch of parts for the 86. Like literally, I think everything for the suspension, which is pretty crazy. This is a very expensive table, but it's great. Car's worth it. How you feeling today?
A little nervous.
Why are you nervous?
It's all new.
Yeah, but luckily it's all new.
Well, yeah, in that way, but
So this is our first time putting together 86. So if we don't do it in the most, let's say, efficient manner, be patient with us. Learn from us, okay? Sound good?
sounds about right.
So before we start to install this stuff, let's talk about it really quick, right? So we're gonna start with the rear arms, right? So we have rear lowers, uppers, and then that horizontal bar that kind of stabilizes all of it together. Remember that thing? And on top of that, we have our suspension right here, right? This is our suspension, BC Racing coilovers. As you guys know, we put these on everything. They've never let us down. It's always been an amazing product, and we're very happy with them. So we're gonna continue that strand and put amazing set of suspension, BC Racing coilovers on the 86. She deserves it, big time. And on top of that, we have all the front components right here, which is a new lower. Everything's adjustable, which is really nice. We could really dial this car in. Our tension rod arms right here, our tension rods or tension arms, whatever you guys want to consider them. And then this is our knuckle. This is considered the knuckle. Crazy, right? So we gotta figure out how to put this all together. And I think we should start by hanging the suspension because everything attaches to it. So, all right, so we're gonna try and bang this out because we don't got a lot of time, but honestly, I don't want to rush it because I'm really excited. Like, it's all brand new parts.
Yeah.
This is like any car guy's dream. Just all fancy new stuff on your fancy shell.
Did you show him the table yet?
That one hurt. All right, so we're just gonna start hanging stuff, right? Because like I said, everything bolts to suspension, so this will give us a good foundation. So these are super easy, right? The BCs already come preloaded, so you just gotta throw them in, and we'll adjust our ride height later on. And as you guys can see, we threw the booster in, and of course we gave it the classic wrinkle black. I don't know, I thought it was fitting with the all black
good.
engine bay.
Oh, it looks good.
We got the master cylinders in here, right? Clutch and brake. Every little piece, you know, it comes together. There's still so many damn parts I have to buy for this car, but we're getting there. We're knocking the list down.
Yeah.
I want to hear this thing start before I leave for Drift Week, and I think we can make it happen. The intake manifold shows up tomorrow, and it's ridiculous. I cannot wait for the next video because we're gonna do the manifolds, and you guys are gonna be in love. I swear to God, it's gonna make the whole project. Like, I'm hyping it up a lot, which I don't usually do, but it's worth it. So stay tuned for next video. Then we got the rear shock right here, which we're definitely have to adjust this height later on. And this just sandwiches the chassis. Nice juicy bushings, top and bottom.
Juicy bushing.
Want to snug this one down. All right, so the rear, I can't even speak. The rear I want to do first. I would start with the rear.
We love the rear.
We love the rear around here.
Love the rear around here.
So I don't actually know the best process of getting the rear in there,
Yeah.
but I'm thinking we get the upper arms in first, and we can kind of hang it by the upper arms and get everything else attached to it.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Sounds right to Steve.
So everything's freshly like underbodied and sealed under here, so might be a little tight. Get the line. Put this in. Perfect.
Reverse hammer.
You like that?
Yeah, that was nice.
And I didn't mention before, these are Techno Toy Tuning arms. There's a lot of different brands for A6 parts like this, but I was told that these are pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Pretty damn expensive, but pretty damn good. So
Word.
I'll take it. When you install anything that has, you know, double adjustable heims on it, I always like to install them fully bottomed out.
Yep.
And then when you adjust them equally, right? So now there's max adjustment. We talk about this all the time, but it's something that commonly happens like a lot, right?
Yeah.
So say we started with, right, one that's threaded out like this, right?
Yeah.
And this one bottomed out. When we go to adjust it, we don't have max adjustment anymore because we can adjust it until this side bottoms out. You see? But if we adjust them equally, we can go until both bottom out. If that makes sense, right?
So you're thinking ahead.
Exactly. You just bottom them all out, adjust from there. Cool. All right, then we're gonna shove the lower ones in just to get them in place. There we go. T-Bone and I spent all morning cutting out the old ones. They were still stuck in the chassis.
You just chopped them?
Dude, it was a nightmare.
Did you record it?
No, that's why I'm filthy and tired. Boom, just like that. So now it's time for the tricky part, and that's actually getting the rear end in the car. You guys might have heard us talk about this before. So this is a different rear end for the car, right? So this is an AE86 rear end but it's not the one that came with the car, right? The car is an SR5, which means it's kind of like the base model, right?
Yep.
It came with a carbureted engine, a lot less cool parts, and a weaker rear end. And so we got a GTS rear end, which is the higher end model, right? That came with the fuel injected 4-cylinder and all the fancy parts. It's beefier, it's stronger, and it also comes with disc brakes. The other one was drum brakes. No one wants drum brakes, right? So we already refreshed it, did all that off camera. As you can tell, it's nice, fancy, all in trim black, good to go. Remember this whole talk about not knowing how to do things the most efficient way?
Yeah.
Step one. It's actually working pretty mint so far. All right, right there. Hold it down, hold it down.
Jim works on the rear.
Classic. Boom. You just gotta attach the lower arms right here, and that should kind of like hold the rear ends in place. 4 links in, upper and lower, is holding the whole axle kind of in place. And now to bring it all up into position, we have to bring it up and drop it onto the shock right here. But before we do that, we have to make sure the spring goes in, because this is a spring bucket setup. This wedges between the axle, right, and the chassis. The only weird part is the adjuster for the ride height is on top. So when it's in the chassis, you can't adjust it. So I hope we get lucky the first time. Keep going, keep going. That's super cool. All right, hold up 1 second. So now we're gonna take this, seat it right there. You could tell the axle is notched for the spring shape. You see it right there. Keep going right there. Wait, hold on, let me get my shock on. All right, so we got one more piece of the puzzle so we can make sure this thing doesn't just swing side. Okay, well, usually it has some side to side play, but everything's new and tight. We got one more bar. Perfect. Spacer. There is way too many adjustment points on this rear end. Whoever has to align this car, good luck.
Who's gonna align it?
I don't know. We gotta find someone who's nice with the 4-link setup.
Yeah.
It's an art, Steve. We got Johnny.
Yeah.
We got Johnny next door. He's nice with it.
Is he?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Why? Because drag cars are usually 4-link?
Yeah. All right, another second of appreciation how freaking cool this looks. All new arms, everything's nice and refreshed.
Nice and fresh gold.
Feels good. When your undercarriage is, when you know your undercarriage is new, it's a good feeling.
It's a good feeling when your undercarriage is fresh.
The rebirth of the 8.6.
You did well, Jim. You always do good.
So now let's move on to the front. More adjustments. Everything's super adjustable.
What is all of this? This is adjustments?
Adjustments.
Jeez.
You can adjust whatever you damn want on this car. You can kind of like try different purposes out, dial it in, make sure it's mint, whatever. I'm gonna shut up. So let's bolt this thing up. There we go. Boom. Cool. So we got a couple different pieces here. It's pretty crazy, right? So first off, the spindle is built onto the coilover. Pretty nuts, right? And you guys probably saw that before. Didn't even mention it. But yeah, spindle, part of the coilover. Thank God BC handles that. Boom, ready to go. We have a couple different pieces here, right? So we have this piece right here, which is gonna be considered the knuckle. Then we have this piece right here, which is gonna be like the roll center correction, right? So this piece helps correct the suspension because everything is kind of being moved around and changed, especially when the thing becomes lower, right? Mm-hmm. So this spacing will allow our lower control arm to be in a better position compared to the spindle to help with suspension geometry. Make sense? Cool. First, we put the knuckle on, right? So this will go right here. And as you can probably tell, I bought an aftermarket knuckle, right? This is also by Techno Tuning. And this has adjustable settings on here for switching between drift and road racing, right? Adjustable Ackerman, everything. So we can get, so essentially what I'm getting at is everything on this car is adjustable, like everything. So we could really make this car perform in so many different ways, which is like pretty exciting, right? It doesn't really lock us into just like one purpose of the car. It's fantastic. Oh, we got it, we got it. This looks crazy, dude. There. Nice work.
No doubt.
Big car guy.
For real.
Big car guy.
It's happening right in front of your eyes.
Who would have thought, huh?
Who would have thunk?
Who would have thought? Steve,
Jim,
how'd you let me do this, Steve?
Nah, Jim, that's backwards.
How'd you let me do this, Steve?
I'm telling you,
How'd
I'm
you let me
correcting
do
right
this?
now. I peeped it.
Put that damn thing on back.
If it wasn't for me, I don't know what
Yeah,
to
Steve
start.
saved the day. Steve, how the hell did I put that thing on backwards? All right, whatever.
It's easy to do.
See, we're good. We're good. What would I do without Steve? What would I do without Steve?
You would have been running a backwards, what are these called?
Nice try, Steve.
Nice try.
Last piece of the front end is our tension rod right here, right? So this is our direct adjustment of caster, because as of right now, this thing can go back and
Anywhere.
it can go anywhere. And what's cool is they give you 4 different positions for it. I don't know why there's so many. I couldn't tell you how this would affect the handling of the vehicle depending where it is. The only thing I can see is how it would give us more room for angle, right? Because if it's here, our wheel could hit it. So if we bring it all the way in, we have more room. So the only downfall right now is I don't have the tension rod brackets in for the chassis that it bolts to right here, because we had to cut them up to fit the oil pan and I still haven't braced them. So that's my fault, but we're gonna mock it up right here so you guys can see, right? Just like this. All right, so I need to finish bracing in the brackets to bolt the tension rods on. I gotta wait for my bushings to come in so I can mount the rack, because I got an aftermarket rack. This is actually like a quick steer manual rack. It's a really nice upgrade, really pumped about this. And then I have all the brake components, which we have to paint so I can put them on so they don't just get all rusty and nasty. And then I have to get front hubs for this thing, and then boom, suspensions. And we need a rear sway bar. Front sway bar I gotta figure out. We got a lot of stuff to do, but basically have everything now, which is good. So wish I can get more done today, but we ran out of time, but I'm happy. The rear end is in, which was a big stressful part of it, and most of the front is in too. It's good. Figuring out how to set the 4-link is going to be interesting. There's probably 1.5 million different forms on it I'll read into, because I know we have to set like the pitch angle and everything of the rear end to get the drive shaft made and go from there. This is my first solid axle car, which is really funny. So I'm going to learn a couple things. So I'm pretty excited about it. So for now, I got to get home and do a bunch of editing, but tomorrow hopefully a bunch of parts come in for the Z so we can get this thing back together, because it got it pretty good at the last event. Poor thing. We got to send this thing off the drift week like ASAP. As you could tell, there is no steering rack in this thing because the other one got bent really good. Like the arm that comes out of the rack was scraping the inside of the rack. It was so bent. And besides that, there's a couple issues. I think we're just gonna, do one of these. Like, didn't see that. No, most of the issues with the car is like cosmetic stuff. Like the whole Raider Sport's like broken, but everything it needs to hold up is held up. Headlight kind of works, Oh, lift is settling, but all mechanical drift stuff works great. So I'm gonna do as much as I can to make sure it hopefully survives 2 weeks of drifting, but also don't go too crazy because it will be drifted and smashed into for the next 2 weeks. So, but for now, Spoon just sent me a picture. I gotta show you this. Look at Spoon has the E36 fully masked up right there, so it is officially ready to get sprayed, at least the car itself and the overs. We're gonna do the bumpers and mirrors and all that stuff after, but the fact that that car is about to get painted literally tomorrow is mind-blowing. Like, I think I've had that car for 5 years, which is crazy to think about, and it's always needed paint. It's always been the joke of the channel that car needed paint, and the fact that it's finally getting painted to be a drift car is just, it's crazy. But whatever, I'm gonna shut up for now. I hope you guys enjoyed the content, and we're gonna end it so you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more content, and we'll see you guys very shortly.